Live from your mother's basement, I'm back. I'm wearing a rather fantastic QWERTY exclusive t-shirt, and this is the Hero Wall. I've shown it off to you once before when I had Connor posing in a Kamen Rider belt. And that is what I want to talk to you about today. Not that video specifically, maybe just about geekery. Being a geek, when I was young and when I was the kid's age and growing up to pretty much about now, being a geek, not so cool, not so fantastic. It was basically painting a bullseye on you. Nowadays, you got comic book movies hitting #1 in the box office pretty much every season, every summer, every Christmas. They're right on the top of the Blu-ray and DVD sales all the time. Comic books are now cool. Role-playing game, even that is cool these days. And there is also a sitcom dedicated entirely to geekery, right? You've probably heard about it by now. If not, one word, bazinga, right? To maintain level of geek. Now, to be a geek, you have to be a little bit uncool, I think. Whether I manage it with this massive beard or not, I have no idea. The wife seems to like it. That's a story for another day. But I've got to be able to just push it a little bit further. And how do I do that? Well, if you know me by now, you know full well it's got something to do with the stuff behind me. Generally, it's called Tokusatsu, right? Things like Ultraman, Kamen Rider, Super Sentai, or as people in the Western market would know it as the Power Rangers. That's what it gets converted to, but it starts off in Japan, and it's even goofier than the American stuff. Do I like it? Yeah, I do. Yeah. It's fun, it's entertaining, and what's more, my kids really like it. So, by the fact that they really like it, and because of the fact that they are children, it does mean they want the toys. All the toys. That's all of these toys. And more. Which leads to 2 very broke parents and 2 very happy children, and frankly, that's not a bad balance to have. So, today, I am going to show you, that's right, you, all of the stuff that we have accumulated for these children, and then they're going to show it off to you. Now. Granted, it's probably going to be most appealing to people like my mum and my sister watching this, because they'll be like, yay, babies! Just go with it. If you're not into that kind of thing, then just watch it anyway, because I need the viewers. Okay, thank you very much. So you already remember this one. This is the double driver for Kamen Rider Double. You remember me enjoying this? You probably remember me enjoying this. That's satisfying. Like a boss. Connor really likes Kamen Rider Double. I'm not exactly sure particularly why it is, but he's focused on it quite a bit. I quite like Kamen Rider Double as well. I enjoy all the aspects of it, but particularly I like all of the pokes at hard-boiled fiction, and especially I like the catchphrase. Sa, omae no sumi o kazure. This one is Kamen Rider Gattack. This is actually my one. My son's played with it a lot. It doesn't really work anymore. This one is specifically Kara's one, which is my daughter. You'll see her later. This is the O's driver, or O's belt, depending on which way you want to talk about it. Unlike the double one, it operates on medals, these things here. And, if you do it right, it will even sing to you. Not a lullaby or anything. Not a god-awful auto-tuned pop song off of the X Factor or anything, but it's alright. You listen to it enough times, it starts to become catchy. But the first time you hear it, you will wet yourself laughing. This is another one of Kara's. It's the Kamen Rider Axel belt. It, as you can see, is also from Double. Whoosh! It's very cool. And here's another one of Connor's. Kamen Rider Kiva. Kiva is like a vampire, but he can actually imbue himself with like the powers of other sort of monsters. I have no idea what he just said, but he makes it sound good. There's Kivat Bat. You have to be bitten by Kivat Bat to turn into Kamen Rider Kiva. Bit of a trade-off. Yep, I'm aware it's just a toy. Please don't write in. Another one which is actually mine, but the kids end up playing with because frankly, can't exactly fit these things around my waist, is the Decade Driver. This is one that Connor likes to play with quite a bit. It's from Kamen Rider Decade, and it runs on cards, like this one. But just because I like this one better, we're going to use that one. Goes in like this. But of course, we don't just have them watching Kamen Rider. They watch loads of other things as well. Trust me, I'm telling the truth. They watch lots of normal stuff as well. But they also like the Power Rangers / Super Sentai. So of course, they have a couple of those as well. So in way of an example, Wolf Morpher. I'm aware how cool I look with this thing on. You don't need to tell me. A little bit of a demonstration, not just a little flick that I gave it just there. This thing is based not just on wolves, but on Muay Thai as well. So, very big bell to it. Also just to point out, this is actually the Japanese one. This is from Gecko Ranger. The one that was used in the Western version, which ironically is filmed in New Zealand, actually had no lights and sounds or anything like that, but this one is shiny, shiny. And it's actually mine. You might be familiar with the Power Ranger Samurai, you might not be, but their version of the toy, the Samuraiser, bit thin, bit not so cool. The Japanese version is the Shodo Foam. I know you're impressed. I look so cool. And last but not least, one that hasn't actually come over to the West yet. Probably like in the next year or 2 years it may do, but in Japan there is a pirate Super Sentai called Gokaija, which is actually like 2 seasons old now, but kids really like it. It's pirates, and this is their morpho. It's called the Mobirates. You can even see it written on there, Mobilates. Hadri Ikaze. So you open up your thing, like that. Take a key, which, when unfolded, looks impressively like a Power Ranger. And then you stick in the key. We are going to put all of those onto the kids and show you how cool they can be when it's not a 31-year-old man showing them off to you. So, we're going to take it to the kids, or should I say, it's morphing time, or better still, because I need the geek points, Henshin. Hey.
Wow. Yay! Yes. Henshin. Wow. Yeah.
So as you can see, toys are cool, kids are cool when they're playing with toys, even good-looking 31-year-old men with the most fantastic haircut in the world. That's cool. Geekery is cool, and even if you push the boundaries just a little bit, it's still cool. So I'm going to be cool, I'm going to carry on being cool, and next time, you'll see me cool again. I'm live from your mother's basement. Brand new tattoo. Courtesy of Abby Williams at Ink Tattoo Studios. Thank you so much for doing that, sweetheart. Of course, a little bit of Viking heritage going on in there. That would be Mjolnir. And also, I want to give a special little shout out to my friend Jessica Lindsey for making this wonderful, wonderful accessory that I'm wearing at the moment. Obviously, it's got a wolf on it. These people know what I like. What can I say? People love me. People like me. But send us money.
Do not send Duke Palmer any money. It is only a catchphrase and he will just spend it all on toys and video games.